Do you ever find it difficult to stick with the trend or to follow a set of trading rules? I know that I have, especially when I first started out, and to be honest, for the first several years of trading, while I was trying to adapt these new rules and systems, and it's like, well, why? Right? Like I knew what was in the books. I read it backwards and forwards. Why is it so hard to follow these rules? Have you ever felt that way? What dawned on me was that it would be easier for me to follow these rules in the beginning of the day, and then like as the day would drag on, it would be a lot harder to follow these rules. In fact, I found that this is true for most new habits that I was trying to take on. So I came up with this strategy that I'm calling Start the Fire, Feed the Fire. And so the way that you're going to be able to follow the trend, follow your trading rules, and end up making more money in the process is by first having a rock solid morning routine. So for your morning routine, here's what I do. The first thing that I do, I meditate. I'll meditate for about 15 minutes. I do this priming exercise from Tony Robbins where you are breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. You're doing a little bit of exercise before you start the meditation, some physical exercise where you're breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, and you're raising your arms like this during the pre-warm-up. Then there's a gratitude portion to this exercise. So you're reliving past moments where you felt alive, that were big moments in your life or little moments in your life. Anything that you could feel grateful for, things that you were proud for, like great accomplishments, things like that. Then there's another part where you are expanding that gratitude to your neighbors, to your friends, to people closest to you, to people you don't even know. And then you're focusing on the three core things that you want to achieve for that day, for that week, for that month, for that year, or whatever it is, whatever the big things are. If it's for your trading, focusing on, I'm going to focus on these trading goals and adhering to this trading plan that I set for myself. And so you're visualizing that process and actually seeing what it would look like if you carried out and followed through on that. Great motivation. Next up, then I am reading. I'm going to continue to learn. I'm going to continue to write out my plan for the day. For me, that often entails running this business, making videos for you guys, but it's also incorporating my trading. Well, what kind of trade plans am I going to have for the day? How am I going to adhere to my swing trades? What day trades am I going to be aiming for and why? Or what are the rules that I'm going to follow to continuously keep that playing in my mind and to have that be at the forefront of my mind? So I've been hitting it twice already. Then physical exercise. I can't say how much physical exercise is important, right? Like it's one of those things where the more exercise that you do, the more energy you're going to be able to have throughout the day. It may not seem that way at first. If you're somebody that has not exercised in a while, there will be a little bit of a barricade to like get over, and you probably will feel more tired in the beginning than you will later on. That's a barrier that you've got to break through, but the benefits of it are that you're going to have more energy throughout the entire day, especially when you start your day with physical exercise. And that doesn't mean that you've got to go run for an hour or hit the gym for an hour and a half. You could while we've been in quarantine, most of my exercises have lasted maybe about half an hour, and I'm doing it in my garage, lifting weights, free weights, and doing calisthenic kind of exercises. And then on other days, I'll mix it in with going for about a 5K or 5 mile run in the morning. So doing those morning routines really helps raise my energy for the day. It's starting that fire. Next, number 2. We don't want to just have a great morning routine. This is essential. You want to have a great hourly routine, so that way you're going to continue to feed that fire. Like if you think of it, if you ever create a campfire and it's challenging to initially start the fire, but then once you get the fire going, you have to continue to feed the fire, otherwise it's going to burn out. That's where this comes in, your hourly routine. So what I'll do is I will only work for 50 minutes. After 50 minutes, I'll set an alarm on my watch, right? So at every 50 minutes, I get an alert. Then I'm taking a break for 10 minutes. I'm getting up, I'm moving around. I have music on. I might dance a little bit. Go downstairs, grab some water, do some push-ups, get my body moving again, because if you're sitting at the desk trading all day long, you start to get fatigued. We're human beings. Well, we're not meant to just be sitting at a desk all day. We need to get up. We need to be moving around. So, movement, drink water, and then meditate. I will do a quick 3-minute meditation every single hour. And so what does that look like? If you're familiar with Brendon Burchard, go to his YouTube channel. Fantastic. And type in Brendon Burchard release meditation technique. And what I'll do is I will close my eyes. I'll sit in the corner over there and just repeat the word release to myself while I'm doing those same or similar breathing exercises to what I did before. So just breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, and repeating the word release. Have some music on it in the background, but I'm releasing tension from my mind, from my body. Thoughts come into my head, I'm releasing those as well, and I'm just focusing on that word, release. And there's a dual benefit to that too, because you're not just releasing tension, but you're also sharpening your pencil, right? Like you're sharpening your focus. You're just focusing on that one word, release. For 3 minutes. Then the alarm goes off, and now it's time to start the next hour. You're able to be refreshed. You're now refocused, and you could focus on the next task at hand, whether it's going to be trading, whether it's going to be something else, and then you can bring your full self into that, and it's a lot easier to focus on your A game and to actually bring your A game to whatever the task is going to be when you have that higher level of energy. And you'll have higher energy by taking these breaks every 50 minutes throughout your day. Try it. It is an absolute game changer. I couldn't believe it, how much more energy I had throughout the entire day just by doing this simple exercise. And you think that you would be able to get more done just by plowing straight through the day. No, that's not true. And it's a fallacy that I had to learn the hard way as well. We're kind of like Formula One race cars, right? Like the race car doesn't need to take a pit stop after however many laps. It could keep on going. The reason why it takes the pit stop is so that way it can complete the race at that high rate of speed. You are a Formula One race car. Take those pit stops so that way you can keep on going harder, faster at your A game, and it's going to be an absolute game changer for you. But there's also a third step, and the third step is having a fantastic evening routine. Now, this is one that it took me a while to realize and truly appreciate as well. When you are shutting down for the day, you want to give yourself time to both have gratitude and to be doing that consciously, and to also reflect. If you had a fantastic day, of course there's going to be easier things to find gratitude for, but even if you had a challenging day, you want to be able to reflect on the types of things that went well for that day, the types of things that you might want to improve for the following day, for the following week, and then also incorporate a practice of where you're going to start to build in how you would reflect in your evening routine, and then bring that into your morning routine. What you're going to meditate and how you're going to plan the next day is going to be in part started by the evening routine. And so you have this cycle here, right? It's kind of like a circle where you're starting with the morning routine, you're feeding the fire with your hourly routine, and then you're capping it off with your evening routine. And the evening routine is going to set you up for a fantastic morning routine because you're establishing that gratitude and you're reflecting on what went well, what could be done better, and you want to focus on positivity. And it's so many of us, and I fell into this trap too, of just focusing on what can I do better, what can I do better, what can I do better, and it gets you into this pattern of negative thinking. Whereas if we're focusing on what went well and focusing on positives too, then our mind is then trained to focus more on what's working as opposed to just focusing on what isn't. And those three things will help you to start the fire and continuously feed the fire and keep that fire going throughout the rest of the day. And it's going to have this compounding effect, not just for the day that you're in, but for tomorrow and the day after that and the day after that and the day after that. So thank you so much for watching. Hope that helped you. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so that way you get every single update. Truly appreciate you. And if you have any questions at all, drop them down in the comments below. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.